What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here, and welcome into another video. We're hopping into the catch cup here. A little bit of a iffy kind of week here we got going on, but luckily during that shadow event I caught quite a few decent shadow Pokemon, like Shadow Tentacreul, who is an absolute menace with a poison jab and acid spray duo, and the Wish Cash Shadow version. Amazing IVs. I powered them up because, well, I'm going to use this Shadow Tentacreul for the Ultra League one day, or just keep it for the Great League, not too sure. And Whiscash is an absolute beast. Annihilape, you know, everybody knows what Annihilape is. So let's hop into these battles here and check out Shadow Tentacreul. So amazing lead here, Shadow Tentacreul into the Alolan Ninetales. They hop into a Clydesire, and this game is pretty well over from here. Gonna hop into my Shadow Wishcast. Go for the Scald here. Does massive damage with the attack fall. You love to see it. Gonna shield up the Earthquake. Even though they did get the attack fall, we would have taken some big damage from that Earthquake. Gonna farm up 7 more mud shots and then go for the Mud Bomb here. Mud Bomb enough to take out the Clydesire. We are down a shield, but we have a lot of health here on our Wish Cache. Gonna make sure to throw 7 mud shots and then the Scald, hoping to get another debuff here. Do we get the debuff? No, unfortunately we do not. So 4 more mud shots and then the Mud Bomb here. Mud Bomb is going to be enough to take care of this Alolan Ninetales, but they end up throwing up a shield, which is absolutely massive for me. Gonna get to another Mud Bomb. You love to see it. Mud Bomb gonna be grabbing that last shield. A lot of lag going on, but it does grab the last shield. And they do charm us down. We come in with the Tentacruel here. Probably gonna get Psyshock, but that's not enough to KO. They actually Weather Ball us, which is amazing. Gonna go for the Scald here on CMP tie. I should have swapped out instantly because we are gonna get left, right, good night. Mud Bomb absolutely destroys us. We can no shield this move from here, but I do want to shield it up. I do want to preserve some health because those charms are gonna absolutely eat us away. Gonna farm up just a little bit more energy here. Go for the Shadow Ball, and then 2 counters should take out the Alolan Ninetales, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. Woo! That one didn't really come close, but I should have swapped out instantly. Either way, Dragonite on the lead. A little bit of a scary matchup here, but I'm gonna go straight for the Scald, considering I don't think my opponent's gonna want to shield a resisted move. I'm gonna shield up the Dragon Claw. That would do some decent amount of damage here, but they're gonna hop out into a Sableye, and I don't really have a solid response to this Sableye up energy, as my Shadow Wish Cache doesn't really want to see it. So I'm hoping I get the Scald debuff. Unfortunately, I do not. And I'm gonna have to shield this move up. Foul Play would definitely take us out. I'm gonna go for the second Scald here, hoping to gosh almighty that I get the debuff. Come on, debuff city! But they absolutely let it go. Gonna hop into my Annihilape here, get the full farm down. And if that Dragonite wants to come back in, we're gonna be able to get to this Night Slash, no problem. Night Slash should be enough to take care of this Dragonite, but they end up shielding, and I'm thinking there's probably a Steel type or something in the back here that does not want to see Annihilape. But the good news is we live a Dragon Claw. IVs coming in clutch. You love to see it. And this Night Slash is going to be enough to take care of the Dragonite. Left, right, little bit of a good night, and in comes a Magnezone. Oh, the flex. I think that's a no, that's not a shiny. Looked like it for a second, but it's not. But my Wish Cache should be enough to take out this Magnezone. Mud Bomb is going to be more than enough to take care of it. Double super effective damage, and they end up conceding the match anyway. So no left, right, good nights, but we all knew it was going to be one. So hopping into the next matchup here, Tentacruel into Annihilape, both doing resisted damage except for our charge moves, and we're going to be reaching our Shadow Ball and the Scald both on 8, Poison Jab on 8, Shadow Ball on 8. Except I reached my second one on 7. I do think their second one is on 8 as well. So there's no need for me to bait here because they're going to be reaching their move and they no shield it. Oh, that is absolutely brutal. And now down a shield, I'm in this Gligar matchup, which is not the best matchup if you're down a shield and they're up energy, because one Scald is not going to be enough to KO here. If their Gligar was Shadow, it's a little bit of a closer matchup with the 0 shields, but they could probably just shield this move up and take me out. We get the attack fall, but the Aerial Ace is gonna be not enough to KO because the attack fall. Mud Bomb gonna be coming in. I undercharged that way too much. Oh my god, that was absolutely brutal. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. We're coming back in with the Tentacruel here. Gonna get the full farm down. I'm going for another acid spray bait here. Didn't learn for the first time, everybody. Learn from your mistakes, because if I would have just Scald there, we would have taken out this Annihilape. Shadow Ball going to be taking us out, and it's Annihilate onto a Zoomerl, and that's a good game. Well played to my opponent there. Hopping into the next matchup here, Alolan Ninetales lead, beautiful lead for the Shadow Tentacruel. They hop into a Whiscash. I'm going to come into my Annihilate here. I'm going to throw the Night Slash because I was a little bit slow on the swap, so I was one turn behind, and I didn't want to be one turn behind too much. So honestly, I should have just built up to the Shadow Ball, and then we would have been big chilling, because then maybe we could have gotten a shield. But with the attack fall now, this Night Slash is not going to be enough to KO, even though I'm going to be throwing here on almost CMP tie, and this Whiscash is going to live this Night Slash. So unfortunate. Oh my gosh, Whiscash is thick. So I end up double shielding because I want my Tentacruel on that Alolan Ninetales, but we are able to get to the Shadow Ball, which is absolutely massive for us. Shadow Ball does massive damage. In comes a Skeledirge, and the Whiscash is going to get both shields here. Going to throw the Mud Bomb here right before they get to their Shadow Ball. Should be going for Scald here, maybe getting that double debuff, but it's a good thing I didn't go for that Scald, because, well, yeah, man, I would have gotten to the Mud Bomb anyways there, but I just get to this Scald, and I don't think I would have gotten to another Scald, considering this, oh yeah, I would have gotten to 2 Scalds, so definitely should have went for 2 Scalds. Probably could have gotten 2 attack drops there. So a little bit of a misplay on my end, but this Shadow Ball is now not going to do as much damage, and they decide to swap to try to catch the Scald, but good for me there. Didn't throw right away. This Acid Spray is going to not put them down. 1 more Poison Jab is going to do the trick, 2 more Poison Jabs, and then the Scald is going to take care of this Skeledirge here. Left, right, good night, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent here. So we're going to be hopping into the next matchup here. Tentacruel into Dragonair. Okay. A little bit of an iffy matchup. These Dragon Breaths are absolutely chunking here, even though Tentacruel has a decent health stat, or HP stat, sorry. Same thing. Dragon Breath absolutely KO. Like, anything in the Great League is just going to get eaten away from Dragon Breath unless you resist it. But then they decide to come into a Frostlass, and I really don't have a play for this. Should have swapped in right away to my my Whiscash here, but down a shield, we would have lost that matchup, and we're doing resisted damage with the Poison Jab, so even maybe the Annihilate would have did better, considering I have Night Slash, but I didn't want to get hit by a Shadow Ball. I do decide to come into my Whiscash here. I think I should have came in with Annihilate. We would have gotten to these Night Slashes pretty fast, but they would have outpaced us to an Avalanche and a Shadow Ball before I got to 2 Night Slash with the Overfarm. So great job Overfarming from my opponent here, because there's no way I could have won this game. So they're gonna get to the Avalanche, almost enough to take care of my Whiscash, and they catch the move. Oh, that is absolutely gosh awful here, and it's a Togetic in the back, and that's going to be a very good game. Well played to my opponent. My opponent was just on top of everything there. My goodness gracious, absolutely destroyed my whole team. Maybe if I would have played a little bit better, but I got swept. Good job of my opponent. Climbing slowly to legend. I'm about 100 points off right now after these matches, so hopefully, by the end of the week or maybe next week I can hit legend. But I've been playing bad, playing good. I don't know. Never really playing the greatest this season, but it is what it is. Still trying to climb, still trying to play. But thank you all so very much for watching. If you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you want to see anything in the future and you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button because it really helps with the channel and it is greatly appreciated. And we will see everybody in the next video. Bye-bye.